Is this thing working? Hi kids, it's me, Murph. Coming at you with the late night picture show. I know it's been a while. I went on vacation, which I don't do very often. So, I went on and on about this one. So we'll get right to it. This is The Incredible Petrified World. I think this was on Sci-Fi Friday, which means afterward there was a podcast about the questionable science in the picture. Yeah, that's what that's all about. I'm going to set that right there for now. The Incredible Petrified World. Hang on a second. Clown suit problems. The Incredible Petrified World is a 1957 GBM production. Directed by Jerry Warren and starring none other than John Carradine. I think we've talked about him on a few shows. He seems to show up in a lot of movies I watch. Clear into the 70s, I think. Anyway. 1957. Keep that in mind. A very unlikely crew of 2 males and 2 females are sent down in a dive bell, trying to reach the deepest depths of the ocean, which back then I guess they thought was 2,000 feet. I think it's deeper than that. Anyway, the brains behind the dive is a Professor Millard Wyman, played by Carradine, who financed the whole shebang all by himself. So I guess he's a rich professor? Tenured? I don't know. Well, he had to finance the whole thing by himself because in 1957, it was crazy. Wait. Crazy to dive to 2,000 feet. Who did that? Well, the descent goes well till about 1,700 feet. Something happens with the cable, and the bell falls like a stone to the bottom. It really should have kind of floated down, but it didn't. Anywho, Wyman figures everybody's dead and they'll wash up eventually. So he just kind of figures out what he's going to do. But deep below, everybody's okay. Yeah, the bell landed on the bottom, and the crew's all right. Bell's intact. They got scuba gear. It's the best way to get out. Well, We'll swim out. Can you scuba to 2,000 feet? I have a watch that goes to 100 meters. Get out your calculators. Well, they're gonna swim for the top. 2,000 feet. We're gonna scuba right up to the top. Yeah, that's safe. Anyway, despite the fact that they're 1,800 feet down, there's light. They can see just fine. They leave the bell through the top. Yeah, through the top. And they are unharmed by the pressure. They don't, however, reach the top. They do surface, but they surface in some kind of underwater cave. And the cave, you know, it's full of oxygen because there's a volcano. We all know that volcanoes create a lot of oxygen and blast it out into the atmosphere, right? And the rocks, conveniently, are phosphoric. Kind of like the candy in Monkey here. Except for the movie's black and white. Like this. See, this candy's colorful. I'll show you when I do a color film. This phosphoric rock lights up the cave like it's daytime. Well, in the cave they meet this old feller with like the worst glued on fake beard you've ever seen in your life. Like somebody just swept up dog hair after they brushed their dog and like glued it to this guy's face. Turns out that he went down in a ship 14 years ago. And he's been trying to find out a way out ever since. And not getting very far. So anyway, while Craig and Paul, our male diving friends, they frogman back and forth from the bell to the cave, bringing supplies. I don't know what kind of supplies they have in the diving bell, but apparently there's supplies in there. And while they're going back and forth, old man Creepy there starts hitting on the bitchier girl. Yeah, one's more bitchy than the other. They're both not too happy about being in the cave with this creepy old man. Maybe they would have preferred a clown. Well, he's thwarted in his efforts by the other girl. You know, cock blocking. And then the volcano. Also cock blocking. Well, meanwhile, Wyman gets his brother to fix the problem with the cable. And I don't remember how that all exactly went, but they fixed the cable. And they head down to the bell. And they find Craig and Paul. And then it's like a race against time to save the women from the volcano. I know, nowadays you could have like the women going back to the bell, and it'd be a race against time to save the feeble males from some old lady. Or maybe the same creepy old guy. I don't know. That might have been more entertaining. So this movie, I know it sounds pretty exciting, but it sounds more exciting than it is. Bad acting, unbelievably stupid dialogue. I got it all right here. Unbelievably stupid dialogue. Put this smack dab on par for other B movies of the era. The dialogue may have even been worse, like, 30s movies. Barbara Stanwyck style. Ugh. Anyway. The truth is, the movie's kind of boring. There's a lot of mediocre underwater filming. Probably a novelty for the time, but not done very well. Murky. And, well, yeah. I wrote it right here. The poster is more exciting than the movie. That about sums it up. The poster is more exciting than the movie. Now that can go back there. And so can this. One. It's a one-ring circus tonight on the Late Night Picture Show. The Incredible Petrified World, 1957. Yeah, that's about all I could muster. I should have listened to the podcast, because I'm sure it was... I'm sure it tore the science in the movie to shreds. Yeah. Next time I go scuba diving, since I do that all the time, I'm just going to scuba dive down around, in the light, 1,800 feet under the ocean. Your monkey can do it. Just like that. Well, let's see what we got for next week. And I'm going to pick a color film. Or I should say Monkey's going to pick a color film. So, yeah. We'll just keep picking until we get one. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one either. Maybe I should mark on these. Or maybe I'll just do 10 black and white movies in a row. I don't know. I believe this one's color. If it's not, oh well, we're going to have 3 black and white shows in a row. Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. And I believe I'll be back next week. I'm not going on vacation. In fact, Charlie's going on vacation. So I will probably be back next week with Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. Thanks for tuning in. This is Murph with Murph, and this has been the Late Night Picture Show. If you like what you saw, well, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Write stuff to me. Yeah. You can follow me on like Tumblr and kind of on Instagram. Twitter. I'm on Twitter. Murph with Murph. Look me up. And I'm on Tumblr too. So when you're in between looking at beastie porn or hentai foot jobs, look me up. Say hello. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And have a good night. Bye, kids.